Welcome to the Audiobook Lovin Podcast, discussing all things audiobooks with the authors that write the stories and the narrators that perform them. Brought to you by Viviana, Enchantress of Books.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Audiobook Lovin Podcast, where we celebrate the storytellers behind the stories. From authors to narrators, we dive into all things romance and the voices that bring it to life. I'm your host, Viviana, Enchantress of Books, and today I am chatting with, and I'm so excited, talk to narrator LaNecia Edmonds. How are you? How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You've been on, I literally have an Excel spreadsheet, guys, no lie, and one of the tabs is wish list. And you have been on it. And it's, I've been moving some things around, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her, see if she wants to be on the show. And you said yes. So I was excited.
Yes. Life has been lifing, so.
Yes. It happens all the time. I've had it where people are like, oh my God, I just got your email. I'm like, boo, I sent it like 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
But it's fine. There is, when I do get to chat with you, I love on you guys and we have a fun time. So we'll go from there. Yeah. I've been loving seeing you on socials and seeing you thrive in since you started both under your real name and then also your pseudonym of Charlie L. Wood. It's just been great to be like, okay, oh yes, that they're the same. Great. Otherwise, it's like championing for two people thinking that it's one. Yeah, no, that's like a psychologist's wet dream there. But anyways, we're gonna start by having you tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been narrating, and how you got started.
Sure. I got started in 2020, like many people, when the world shut down and we were like, what do we do with our lives? The new skill that I picked up was, learning about audiobook narration. So I had just had a baby and they stopped filming in Boston because I was doing film. And one of my friends was like, just take my class and maybe you'll be a great audiobook narrator. And I was like, sure. And I thought I'd be a natural at it. And I was not a natural at it. So I had to work hard to get better and booked my first book at the end of 2020. But yeah, more or less it was, hey, you should try this. Hey, I'm going to try this. Oh my God, I'm awful. Let me practice. Oh, and look at this community of people. And can I tell you, the community has been great when reaching out or finding a mentor and, be like, I need this. How do I get to this end? And it's been great.
Yeah. This community is definitely really fantastic of not gatekeeping information. And we also realize that there is so much information out there, including very much incorrect information out there. So everyone has been really great about sharing what they learned and what not to do. Things like that. But Boston, huh? You have always been lived in that area and things like that?
I grew up in Rhode Island. So driving to Boston was easy.
Okay. Been there once 20 years ago and left with a souvenir that I did not know I brought with me by the one word that no matter what, it's been 20 something plus years now since it was from the honeymoon. And I have to really think about how I say the word in order for it to come out normal as far as my accent goes. But hey, do you want to go to the car?
Yes.
Get in the car. The one word, for whatever the reason, that's the one word that stuck with me.
Yep. Funny side quest. There are certain books that will bring because I'm very articulate and I've worked hard on being this way and speaking this way. When I get tired and my brain's like, we're all done with words, certain words will bring my accent out. So I'll narrate and then all of a sudden the accent comes out, like garage does it. Parking does do it, and it's hilarious. And sometimes my friends on Discord who are listening, they'll go, hey, I think you said that wrong. And I'll go back and listen. I'll be like, oh, my accent. Yeah. Let's go back.
I mean, I loved it. And they even have t-shirts where it's like, park the car, starry yard kind of thing and everything. And I was in my early 20s when we got married. I was 22 and never really traveled out of the state of Florida. So I went through a traveling agency, right? So of course they got me to get a car to go to Boston kind of thing and all that stuff. You don't need a car, folks.
You
If you're listening, you
don't.
don't need a car. Even if, and I'm like, I want to go to Salem was one of my goals at the same time. You still don't need a freaking car for that. Because they have trolleys and planes and buses, excuse me, to do all that.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And it was just that one word, but it's been fun. I was like, I still gotta, it comes out just like, and I think when we're tired, because we don't have to pretend, I think, to be a specific thing.
Or the ADHD goes, and we're done masking. And it just turns off. And you're like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah. Because I would have never thought that you would have a Boston accent. That's when you said that, I was like, wait, what?
So it's a weird accent. Like it's a Rhode Island accent, I guess. It's a little bit of Boston. It's a little bit of New York, and it's strange.
Yeah. Well, girl, you and me both. People are always like, you have an accent. I'm like, yeah, good luck figuring that shit out. I'm from Miami, Florida.
Tell me where I'm from.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I'm like, yeah, I'm like Miami. And they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, there you go. Melting pot people, melting pots. So when you get in, and I love the fact that you said that you had a friend that said, hey, take my class, because especially around that time frame, a lot of folks were like, what do I do? I don't know. What do I do for work? I still got bills to pay. That did not stop the bills. And there were a few people that are, because it happens even fast forward to current year. Oh, you have a good voice. You should. And then that conversation happens and they think that that's it. I sound good. I could do this. I'm like, no, there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
Way more. And you had the acting background. So what do you think, or what was it that made that transition for you? Like, what was that one or two things that you're going, oh, okay, that's why? Because you do have the background of acting and but it's different when you're in front of a mic versus a stage or theater, or, movies and stuff.
It is. Just to, go backwards a little bit, I don't have a background in acting. Like my mother was like, hell no, you're not going to school for theater. And I was like, oh, okay, what else do I like? So like I had to go to school and like get a degree. But once I got my degree, I then paid for like a bunch of film acting classes. So, who did all the work, with the OODA and all, and, everything of those ways. So that's where that acting background comes from. But it is totally different. And because I don't want to say I wasn't familiar with audiobooks. I honestly didn't listen to them as much as I do now. When I started, I felt very uneasy, or I had some type of, I needed someone to give me permission to truly be free with the books. And, which sucks. But, once you meet the right people and, people talk to you and stuff, they're like, cut it out. You don't have to do that. And I also thought there were a lot of, rules to this. And it turns out there's a lot less rules than what I thought. So, yeah.
It's interesting when people, when you get into a job, whether it's, your first job, maybe at a fast food restaurant or corporate world and things like that, you usually get an onboarding packet. It gives you all the information, all the rules, and a lovely, manual that kind of gives you all the things. The narration doesn't have that at all. It is very much of like throw you into the deep pool, end of the pool, and swim.
Yep.
But I totally relate to that, thinking about all the rules and being able to ask for permission. Do you find now that after so many years of doing this, plus so many books now, that you sometimes might still do some of that, like second guessing and okay. Yeah.
Absolutely. Second guessing in how I've done a line. And then sometimes because of a busy schedule, like I will sometimes forget to take a breath, and feel that character, and play is where I'm going. Sometimes I forget that I have one of the better jobs in the world and I forget to play while I'm acting. And so I have to remind myself, don't forget to play, So it's a sticky note in my booth, but I have to remember to play.
Okay, I'm gonna borrow that because I think a lot of us tend to be very serious in it because we want to be taken serious. We want to be
Right.
looked at as subject matter experts, or like we take the authors as the clients work serious. And sometimes we don't have so much time to as far as wanting to really enjoy it and thinking it out that way. So I'm gonna borrow that concept and put a sticky note to play in the work that I'm doing, because it's supposed to be fun at the same time. Otherwise I
Right.
wouldn't be doing it. I would still be in
Exactly.
corporate world. No.
Which I did not do well.
I think it's a generational thing too, and also family backgrounds and cultural.
And being neurospicy.
Yes, neurospicy rules are rules, very black and white as far as like what do you mean you're late for a deadline, and things like that. And then the concept of you have to stay at your job in order for retirement and benefits and things like that until you, I don't know, die.
For real though.
Because they keep moving that retirement age later. And no one ever really talked about audiobooks or books in general as far as careers when I was growing up.
Right.
It was like doctors or nurses or teachers and all blue collar stuff or professionalism. I'm going, I could have saved myself so much time and effort and headaches if I could have done that. But
I
go
feel
ahead.
like that. I'm sorry. I feel like that, but also what did I learn how to do that? Because you were in corporate and you now know better ways to answer emails and things of that nature. So
Yeah.
there were little good nuggets I'm sure we both got from it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And thank you for that too. You're one of those friends, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm like, well,
yeah.
but wait.
Yes. Yeah. Usually I'm one of those friends, but I need more people like for me to be like that.
Yeah, no, for real. Like you need someone to remind you and you're like, that's right. I did tell you that.
Yeah.
I should take my own advice.
Oh, I literally had a conversation today with a client about, branding this and that. Not that I listen to my own stuff, because that's how that works, but I swear it works. Goodness. Yeah, so play is important. That is really, really good there. And and giving yourself the permission. We don't do that as women, I think specifically. And then women of color and ethnicity, backgrounds, stuff like that, we're always kind of told to behave or do this and do that.
Because you have to have that persona, like you said earlier, to be professional, to not even look a certain way, but look presentable and stuff like that. And sometimes you're just like, I just want to fucking wear black, all black.
Yeah.
Let me put on. Why are you sweating me?
Yeah. Yeah, I was able to get away from that a few years ago, and I recently it's almost been a year, I think, in July, which is still far away, folks, but it just seems like it's going to happen tomorrow, so let's not.
No, July seems like it's like next month. Like, honestly, I was thinking about that earlier. It's like, oh my God, how far is July?
Yeah, I think that comes from the whole freelancing thing where we're like, wait a minute, how many books do I have booked? And you're going, oh my God. And I had that conversation with my clients because, again, freelancing is awesome and it sucks at the same time because you're always wondering when's that coming, kind of thing. And so, but I got a stylist. Her name is Peyton Dale, and she is freaking fantastic about authenticity and having your inside match your outside. So I have been like, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to wear my witchiness and stuff like that, and I have my own style DNA. And which, surprise folks, it is witchy bookstore owner. Perfect. Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. And so I love her for that. And it's one of those where you have to be your authentic self. And we tell everybody, be your authentic self. You do it.
I actually hate when people say that.
Really? Yeah.
I hate when people be your authentic self. And I'm like, why don't you say that in your own words?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like bullshit nowadays.
Yes.
Because of, people ruin things.
Yes. And make things trending and all that fun. But it's the truth. I want you to be comfortable in your own skin, and I want you to be comfortable if you want to do, walk around without the shoes on, or, dress comfortably while you're at a book conference and not worry about having to be like, casual, business casual or things like that.
Yes.
So those are the things. What else have you kind of learned about yourself, maybe more than anything, in these couple of years of you doing all these books? Because there's a lot of different topics as far as genres and discussions.
Yes. What have I learned about myself?
Yeah. Well, as readers, we always say, oh my God, I didn't know that I liked XYZ, or I didn't know that that was something possible because I read the book. You guys are reading way more.
Absolutely. One, I didn't learn until later that I had ADHD, because I was like, what is wrong with me? So there's a personal thing. But also, when I talk to my friends and they say this happened, I go, oh, but let me tell you, in this book, this happened just like that. So I would be careful, because they could be trying to play you over there. So I learn about different people, how problem solving, that's a big one. How different people solve different problems or don't. Also, I've learned a lot about other Native American tribes, which has been really, really awesome. Yes, I'm part Native American, and a lot of the Native American culture and stuff is being lost. The elders are dying. Sometimes they're not passing things on. Sometimes the younger generation doesn't want to learn. So through the narration, because I'm probably one of the few Native American narrators, I've got to learn a lot about, other tribes and other nations. So it's been educational. Yes.
Yeah, when you mentioned the whole about not doing a lot of audiobooks beforehand, starting, right? And then now learning more things in the world. When I'm scrolling through social media, there's always someone that's like, I know about audiobooks. I'm like, okay, great. You have a lot to catch up on. Already starts, especially when they're like, what do you recommend? I'm going, ooh, that's a long list. Yep. But it is so true when it comes down to our cultures, and the younger generation sometimes not wanting it, and then the older generation not. I mean, sometimes they see that they don't want it, or like, why are they gonna share it? So being able to discover some of that new stuff and figuring out that there's more than just the two that everyone always talks about, when it comes down to the nations in the Native Americans. But that is very. Do you post that, as far as your background and being Native American, on your bio / website and things like that? Because we're huge on own voices,
right? And
sometimes we're going, I need to cast someone that's this, and this, and has this experience and has lived this and things, and we're going, who?
I think in the beginning I did. I'm unsure if I changed my bio where it no longer says that. I need to be revamped. My website needs to be redone and stuff like that. Like I'm ashamed of it, and I am going to get to that soon. Hopefully, the second half of this year I'll be able to succeed in that. So.
Hey, it's an ongoing thing with websites and things like that. I was also asking too, because again, I always say doing as if I did time. Doing 16 years with the corporate world in human resources, we're told not to ask certain things, right? We don't talk about paychecks, we don't talk about age and this and that, and the list goes on and on and on. But it gets a little we also don't want to hit none of my business on certain things either, right? But I'm huge about having the characters that I'm listening to be voiced as authentic as possible and as real because we have so much and such a fantastic diverse group of narrators, and people sometimes get boxed in, stereotyped based on this, or how how society thinks this should sound like, and sadly, oh my God, he's fantastic, he sounds so sexy, and then the author's like, that's gonna help me sell books, cast him. I'm like, boy, white, your character is Asian.
Yep. I mean, I do know a good Asian with a voice.
I know, yes. There's so
Yeah.
many. I'm telling you, there's so many of you guys that, and by that I mean talented individuals with such a diverse background that the excuse of, oh, I don't know anybody or doesn't exist is a lie.
Yeah, but you lying.
You lie, exactly. You lie and you know it. You know, just to admit that you wanted someone popular to quote unquote sell the book, and that's not going to be true either.
What
because,
is it?
you know,
What is it? Yes, Craig, you ain't got to lie.
But it's definitely a conversation that's happening. And I cringe. I think recently there was an author that I think it was actually it was a production company or the narrator that's managing it, did an announcement with photos. And I love the artwork, right? I'm like, great, we're getting all these different aspects of art into this, you know, the written word, the voice, and now we're getting art. And they also are showing me what these characters look like. One was an African American voiced by a white boy. And two other ones, I know, but these are, I'm going, and what do all these narrators have in common? They are quote unquote popular.
Yeah.
Again, as we were talking before we actually officially started recording, I started typing. But went, nah, it's okay. Yeah. I will do my part in making sure that any books and any clients that I work with and narrator friends get cast accordingly to their own voices. And that is all we can do.
Yes. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. But that's also what I was asking, because as someone that sits in a world where I'm constantly getting asked by authors and or when I'm producing, and they do want someone that is of an authentic voice. And so I've learned and seen that sometimes narrators will say it in a quick bio in their social medias, or they'll add it to their websites. And so it's been nice to see that. Mm-hmm.
People ask, that's another thing that comes up often, like, what's your nationality?
Yeah.
And I'm meeting, I started to meet a lot of people that are from outside the country, and I'm like, I'm white, Black, and Native American. And they're like, yeah, but what do you mean, just white? And I was like, look, guy, okay, the way that things go, if we had a white side and slavery, segregation, I was like, you're not allowed to talk to them. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it that some people just don't understand. And you just got to explain it, because I don't know if they're teaching history anymore.
Yeah, that, and also trying to make sure that what you say isn't getting your foot in your mouth in a negative way is another thing. Or coming across as insensitive or flat out racist and things like that. And as someone that's also of a mixed background, in the sense of, like, I'm first generation American. My mom was from Chile. My dad was from Cuba. And I have Sicilian, stuff like that. And then all those lovely forms in school.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They're like, what are the options? Black, white, Hispanic, Native American, Asian. And then, but also I'm like, are you asking me what the color of my skin is?
Yes.
In reference to where the sun has never seen it, aka my butt? Could that be white / olivey? Are you asking me where I was born?
They never said multi. They never said multicultural, right?
They never, no.
Like, well,
Yeah. Or are you asking me where I was born and how I was raised? Or are you asking where my parents are? Like, what's the question?
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Use your words.
Yes, right? And it's like, so like, okay, well, where do I fit? Never white enough. Never, I was never American enough. Was never Latin enough. I was never anything enough. And I'm going, it's okay. I'm a mutt. It's fine. I'm cute. It's fine.
And I've said that for a long, long time. Yeah, I'm a little mix of everything.
Yeah, I got some flavoring. I got some sazon. we're good at parties. We always bring the flavors and the sound and the music. So there's that. How do you go about, like, what does that prep look? Not before, when you get cast in a book and you quote unquote read it or prep it and stuff like that, but like when you're like, okay, I'm gonna go in and start recording my day, what does that prep work, if anything, what does that look like? Do you have a routine?
I do have a routine. It's very boring, but I will tell you, I wake up and I go to the gym. So I try to hit the gym at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, um, because I just feel better and I feel accomplished. And then it also sort of reinforces the food decisions I make. Like if I go in the morning, I don't always go at 5 or 6. Sometimes I'll go at 9, but still it does that. So I will go to the gym, hit the gym, come back home, shower. But while I'm showering, I put on my tea kettle. And that way I can, when I come back downstairs, I can start my tea. And, and if I'm smart, I'll pour some of the tea water out so that by the time I come back downstairs, it's enough to put in my navage. Um, it's n- it's I don't burn my nasal cavity. Um, but yes, so then I'll try and do that. Make sure my mouth is good. Try to have something to eat, but usually something light. And I'm usually hydrated because I drink a lot of water at the gym. That's also a good thing because it sort of wakes my body up and is like, okay, we're hydrating. Let's go. So I'm not trying to like chug water, and have to pee a lot in the booth. Um, but that is basically it. If it's a longer day, I make sure that I have like my throat lozenges, my steamer and things like that out as well.
Mhm. I love that you go to the gym. I tried. I am the girl that's like, hey, I'll go with you, and then you're holding me accountable, and I will show up. If I have to
Yes.
go by myself, I'm doing it. But
Yep.
people have a lot of misconception that narration is easy because you're just reading and you're just sitting there without realizing that sitting still to not make any noise is a lot of muscle work, and your back hurts and your shoulders this and all the things. And so being able to go to the gym and get yourself warmed up physically,
Yep.
for you to sit on your butt
Yes.
is
Yes.
important.
Yes. And for me, it's also like a good warm up too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, all right, you got to get pumped. Let's go. And so I start singing. People in the gym, they know me, so they don't even pay me any mind. But like, sing a verse here, sing in the car there, you're warming up your vocal cords and stuff like that. So another plus to that.
That is a plus. I didn't know that you sing.
To myself. I can hold a tune. I did take a lot of singing lessons when I could afford it, just in case I got like picked for a musical. I was like, I want to make sure that I can carry the note. So yeah, I did a lot of that. But now I just sing for karaoke. I don't have to sing.
That's good.
But it's such a good stress release.
It is. Never been to karaoke. Always say I want to do it. We'll see. But
What?
I never had it. But I was in chorus in middle school. And I did guitar ensemble, and so singing is something that I in the car. Oh my God, do I jam and have my own concert in the car, folks?
Oh my God, do you roll down the window so people can hear you just a little bit?
No,
you don't?
No,
I
really?
do.
You do?
I do that because I'm like, fuck it. I'm having a great day. You're going to have a great day now because I'm jamming and I know you're going to watch me jam. So let's spread the good cheer.
I love that.
I should try it. You should.
I'm going
try
to.
It.
I do. Working from home, there's not a whole lot of driving unless on the weekend. So I'm going to do that with my husband next to me. And then he's going to be like, oh my God.
Or
I don't care.
I'd be like, you need to be a good sport and you need to be my backup singer.
Yeah. We'll put some, shoot, of course, a song eludes me at this point in time. The one that goes, halfway there. Oh, Living on a Prayer by John Bon Jovi. The live version has a bunch of acoustics and different kind of vocals. I'm like, we're doing that. Yay. You can see me dancing and busting a move as far as like in the car when you're jamming, so I'm having fun. But I will definitely have to try that whole lowering and just knock it out of the park.
You just crack it. You don't have to put it all the way down. Just crack baby steps, right?
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna be like,
and then don't stop singing when people drive up next to you.
I've seen those videos where they just jump right into it. I'm going, oh, it's awesome.
You should try it.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then I'll send you a little love note. Like, guess what I did?
Guess what happens?
Yeah.
He was a trucker looking guy too. He looked mean.
And then he started singing along. with
Yep.
harmony. Hide them. I'm going, okay. But that is also good to know because they are out, we have those rock stars books out there. And fortunately or unfortunately, sometimes when it happens and the author includes words that are actually a song that's already copyrighted, y'all cannot be singing that or at least sounding anything near to what it actually is. So you're reading it out loud. But if that's something that you're cool with, that'd be awesome for you to be able to do a little bit of melody this and melody that stuff and sing in the audiobooks.
It would be.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I got tagged for singing a lullaby, which I thought was just non-copyrighted. And they were like, hey, LaNecia, can you just say the words? And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, some things are copyrighted that we don't think would be ever copyrighted, and some things are like, and some people are like, you know what, we're gonna play it extra safe.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because we're not about getting sued. Someone will come out of the woodwork where we're like, hey, I'm in my grave, but I got copyrights. And yet people know that you'll use Henry Cavill to promote their books. Motherfuckers. Like, that's fine. But there have been a lot of authors that have reached out and asked, hey, do you know any narrators that sing or at least can hold a tune? Because the character insert is, either they're singing in there or they're a musician. And I'm like, I know a few. I'm gonna add you to my list. That's always fun.
Ew.
Yeah. Watch her get an email and she's like, no, man, Viv's lying. I don't do that.
No, I would totally do that. I'd be like, well, let's just hear, okay? Because you know how long it took me to get K-pop Demon Hunters? Those notes were like not in my range. It took me a long time.
Well, at least you made the range. I just start and then I don't because I'm not gonna make that range. And I'm like, no, that even hurts. When the dogs are wincing, they're going, Mom. I'm like going, sorry, I know I hit that note that I shouldn't have. I'm so sorry.
My cats sing along.
Really?
Like I'll start singing. They're like, meow, meow. And I'm like, no, it's my solo.
They're like, we're here to help, Mom. You need it. Because I have 2 cats, so I know their behavior. They're like, Mom, seriously, that's not the right note. It's this. Yeah. You should do a video. Awesome. You should do a video of that, having them join in the club and be like, hey. Now you have your background singers too now. Full band.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. So when you're not working, what do you do for fun aside from singing in the car?
Okay. But like you, I don't drive far. I'll drive to pick up my kids about a mile away. Yeah. But for fun. So I am starting to have a little bit more free time. So what I'm doing at the stage that I'm at in life right now, I am revisiting the things that brought me joy as a child. So that includes baking. Like I used to love baking, and I stopped doing it. Like life got busy and I stopped doing it. So I got a bunch of ingredients and like I'm going to make banana bread, and just simple things from scratch before I move on. I used to play rec volleyball and I would love to do that, but I haven't seen anything in my neighborhood. So a friend who's a coach was like, try pickleball. And I was like, you guys are crazy. You guys are like the CrossFit people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, do you do CrossFit? No. Do you play pickleball? And I was like, you guys are crazy. But I took the class and I was like, and I was pretty good. Like, not to toot my own horn. I was like, oh, I can get into this. So I might be picking up pickleball. But and then other than that, like I'm reading. I'm actually reading for joy, which I haven't had time to do in a long time. So that has been nice.
Nice. I miss reading for fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's between working and working and working, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you feel guilty about having some downtime, like that's a thing.
Oh my God, I do.
Like
I'm like, oh
lazy
my God.
too,
I'm like,
right?
I'm sitting here.
What?
I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Let me check my
What?
phone. Let me check my
Mm-hmm.
alarm. Let me check. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to give myself permission to do the
Yes.
things.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. Pickleball has gotten such a huge growth here in Florida because I'm in Orlando.
Mm,
And they seem to be like coming. I mean, if there's space for it, let's do a pickleball, yard of some sort,
yes.
or that they use. And I'm kind of looking at it, I'm going, maybe one day I'll try it. We used to do
It's
badminton when
fun.
we were younger. So
You used to do what?
badminton.
Oh, badminton.
Yeah, badminton. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
okay.
yeah.
I like that too. Man, some of the kids are really good with that little wrist work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like tennis, but with a longer stick.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, and stuff like that. It was fun. All right. A little bit back to the singing and the music. So, what song is your absolute that you have to sing out loud when it comes on, regardless of where you're at? If you're grocery shopping, in the car, but if that song comes up, you singing it.
Mm. Usually, usually it's like a song from my past, but I can't not sing Evanescence. Like that's like I have to sing them. And then everything else is mood dependent,
Okay.
you know.
Any particular song from Evanescence?
Oh my
Or
God, Bring Me to Life.
yes.
It's definitely that. That's also my go-to karaoke song.
Okay.
And I love it when some random person gets on stage and starts, "Wake me up." And I'm like, yes, we're gonna rock this shit.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite bands, and I still have the original CD from that album.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I ended up, because back in the day, folks, we used to be able to copy the CDs. And so I actually had like a backup copy just in case the original got messed up. Because once that was
Mm-hmm.
gone, you would have to buy an entire new album, and those things were not cheap back in the days either. At least from when we were.
Not when you're a kid.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think I still have that in my CD case. For those that don't know what that is, go look it up.
Lucky. Lucky.
I know. On Sunday, we were at a Goodwill and I was looking at the books and I'm like going, oh my God. I had that moment. I'm like, oh my God. And I told my husband, I go, look, beta tapes. And I'm like from a track beta tapes
Yep.
and stuff like that. And I'm going, oh, okay. I don't know that we have machines for that nowadays anymore, but
Yeah, that's true.
because we do have the VHS ones and the betas from those, but I don't know about the audio, but it would make a good furniture piece, like a little bottom of something. Like vintage and antiques. Also
Check this
furniture.
out.
Yeah. You work with a lot of words
Mm.
as a narrator, and we say them all the time as human beings. What is your favorite word, which is different from a curse word, because that's the second part of this question.
Curmudgeonly?
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was one where I was like, what? What? Okay. And I was like, oh, I could totally use this word to cuss someone out in a smart way. Because you know how you can't always sometimes you just want to say fuck all the time, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just have to eloquently put someone in their place.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, you curmudgeonly old bastard, whatever.
I had to send you a video I saw recently. There's an account that does this. Instead of telling someone blah blah blah, like fuck you, do it this way. And so they give you the example and then they do it like Shakespearean.
I guarantee you it's come across my feed.
Probably, yes, exactly. I'm sure it has. But also that feeling of finding someone that's like, oh my God, they're gonna love this. Talk about, being on the spectrum. This is our love language. We send each other memes. Do we talk to each other?
All
No,
the time.
but we share memes. That's how I love you.
My sister does it all the time. And I'll get a text message from her and she'll be like, check the Instagram messages. And I'm like, oh my God. And they'll have like a week's worth. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was logged into Charlie and not LaNecia, so I'm on it.
Yeah, I've had to do that to a few friends and even my husband, but I've also had people who are like, "Did you not see it?" I'm like, "Listen, I'm trying to. Whose account did you send it to? Which one?"
Yep.
But those are all good. So, what is your favorite curse word?
Ooh, my favorite curse word is cunt.
Okay,
Yes.
it's a good one.
We don't use it enough here. And I know that when I say, "You fucking cunt," people are like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Clutches pearls,
Yes. You know that I am meaning business and they have done me wrong if I describe someone as a fucking cunt.
Yep.
That is like, oh, they fucked up.
Yep.
They screwed her over. Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah. But also you kind of want to go get your shovel to help me, you know?
Yep.
Because for her, oh yes, that's not you know, but I like that word. It's interesting how, again, culturally, and you know, in the Europe, that word, especially in the UK, it's like they call it to saying fuck or bitch,
Yep,
kind of thing. And here we clutch our pearls.
Yep.
I'm going, no, but it's good to have a couple of those words where you're like, oh, she says that, oh boy,
Yep.
yeah, so that's good.
The gloves are off.
Yeah. Like I tell people, I will help you hide the body. But also remember, I know how to hide a body. Just saying. Just in case.
I always go, look, I don't have bail money. So, like, we got to take care of it.
Yeah. I don't ask questions. I just show up with the shovel. She's adding me to the list, not watch. You say you were in Florida. Okay, God, if I'm ever in the area.
I mean, you got swamp, alligators, moisture. We got
farms with pigs. Yeah, we got alligators and crocodiles.
Yep.
we have all sorts of things. We are the US's version of Australia. Because what we have here is, I mean, we got anywhere from bobcats to boars to bears. Oh my. So
do you have bears?
We do have black bears.
Oh.
And not like in a rural, like nothing, not like in people's home, like they like go up to the door and knock, and things like that. But we have them all the time. And like I said, wild boars, we have the panthers as well, and bobcats. And I'm going,
that's probably because people
kitty.
Dumping their exotic animals.
In some cases, we do have we have a I think is it cottonmouth or boas constrictor that are not native to us, but that's happened, so now they're here. But actually, we like panthers and bobcats are natural to Florida, and yeah, same thing with the bears and stuff like that. It's just, you know, people, environmental issues too. And they're like, I'm like, well, don't build the houses there. We won't have any bear problems.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, you know, stop knocking down the trees. But I'm also the girl that'd be like, here, kitty.
Yep.
Who's a precious little kitty? You probably hear me go, meow, come here. While my dogs are going, the fuck?
Like, what is she bringing home now?
Not now. Yeah, you know, like, well, that's a thing. I have a thing for, you know, helping others. So I gave you homework, and one of them was I know, well, can you imagine the amount of dead air we would have that I would also have to edit afterwards if I asked you this out of the blue, to tell me 2 truths and a lie, where we have to figure out 3 things that you tell us, and we have to figure out which one's the lie, which is why I'm nice and I say you have homework.
I appreciate that.
Of course. So tell us 3 things about yourself, and we will try to figure out which one's the lie, because I honestly think that the listeners are playing along.
Okay. Let's start with, I have been to 27 countries. I was cast in a movie with a speaking role, and I've been skydiving 3 times.
Skydiving. And I always say that it's in the details. Because you could have gone skydiving, but the lie is that you did it 3 times. You could have gotten cast in a movie, but not with a speaking role.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with the countries. It could have been 25. Who knows? Or you went to Disney and went around the Small World ride. Either way.
Oh my God. I did that one time just to see. I will never do it again.
No, that is the ride that we go to when it's so damn fucking hot.
Yeah. Okay.
And we need to cool off.
Yep.
And it's bad. So bad that we actually had an intern, again, because I worked there, we had an interpreter for sign language, where he has a brother who is deaf in the family. And you know, he's working for the company, and like most of us company members, we take our family, right?
Yeah.
And we do have the devices that, you know, like the captions to what the ride is saying. And the deaf brother goes, "I think this is broken." And you know where I'm going with this, right? And the brother's like, "No, it's not." And he goes, "Okay." A little bit later, "No, seriously, dude, I think this is broken." And the employee brother says, "But why do you think that?" He goes, "Because it keeps saying the same thing over and over and over again. It's a small world after all." You know, and he's signing this, and he goes, "Yeah, welcome to my world, fucker. This is exactly what we hear all the damn time." So that's why that's one of the rides that, as far as, you know, those of us that either live here and have gone to as if it was a field trip or work there, we only go to that ride when we need to cool off.
Makes sense.
That's about it. But yeah, so I think the lie, which you did good, by the way. These are all really good in the details, as well as us just figuring out which one it is. I want to say the skydiving 3 times is a lie.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Wrong.
Oh, okay. Why should it be 26 countries? Not 27. Is it the countries in the lie?
It is the countries.
Okay.
I
How
haven't
many?
been to that many. Not. I've been to most of the Caribbean.
Okay.
But not nowhere near 27.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was like,
And that
hey,
speaking role ended up on the cutting room floor.
that happens so much. I've learned. It sucks. You get all excited about like, oh my God, I got this role. And then they remove
like,
it.
Everybody look at me. Just kidding. That's where I was going to be.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. I've seen those like with the, like sometimes in the comedy shows where they'll say that, or they'll be interviewing like, yeah, I wasn't that. And they're like, were you though? Were you really? Like, yeah, it's in the cutting room floor, but I was in it.
Yep. I still got paid.
That's important. That's a good thing though. And then sometimes I think you guys also can claim it as far as if the credit was given, but there's also some roles
you
that,
can.
Yeah. So these are things you learn. You are a first-time guest, so you wouldn't know this part, but I'm going to fill you in a little bit. So the guilty pleasures homework comes from we have a Patreon that helps support the podcast, and we do a quick round of like, would you rather? Because I'm that mean girl that makes you choose between 2 things. And the question is, would you rather tell everyone your guilty pleasures or never partake in your guilty pleasures ever again? And about 99.999% of y'all are always like, yeah, I'll tell everybody my guilty pleasures. But we don't do any follow-up questions as to what those are. And the running haha was like, okay, well, the next time that you're on the show, we'll talk about them. Never did. But also the reality is that we tend to give ourselves these guilt trips, and which is also why we call them guilty pleasures. Many people assume but we're talking about something that's happening in the red room, when in reality it's probably eating ice cream for dinner. Or in some cases watching a reality TV show that everyone's like cringing on, but you're like, I love it. So I'm like, I'm gonna start asking the question just to demystify and maybe start changing the mindsets of things that we do for comfort / fun, and not have it be a guilty pleasure as far as that goes, as a negative connotation. So what are some of your guilty pleasures?
I mean, I do have red room guilty pleasures.
Don't we all?
But we don't have to go there.
That's a different podcast, maybe later on.
Guilty pleasures is reality TV. I love celebrating with a Ben and Jerry's half-baked pint to myself. What else? Another guilty pleasure. That's mostly it.
Okay.
I want to say that's it.
What reality
Ooh,
show?
one more.
Oh, yeah.
You know those verticals that you see advertisements for
Yes.
on like Facebook or, Insta or whatever? Addicted to those. Like I sign up, like they have memberships that are a week or they have memberships that are a year. I sign up for a few for the year, and there's something about them and their predictability that eases my anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So I I'm addicted to watching those. Like I have my favorite actors now. I don't know their name, but I'm like, oh, he's in it. All right. I know what his role's gonna be. Click. Absolutely love them. And I started following some of them on Instagram too.
Yeah. Guilty. I have not gone as far as signing up for subscriptions, but sure as shit I'm doing Google searches to see if it's available, like to watch the full episode or the full
Sometimes you can
series.
get it on YouTube.
Yep, sometimes they can. Yep, and so I find it, but it's always fascinating when I'm like, some of them are so cheesy.
I know.
So cheesy. And
I love it because it also makes me laugh. Sometimes it's that cheesy.
Yeah. And I'm going, really? But at the same time, can't stop watching it. So I'll sit there and kind of like figure out if I can. But and like you, I think there's been one or two that I'm going, who are you? And then I get curious and look them up. I'm like, oh, they have a social media profile.
Yep.
And then I'm like, oh, I recognize her from the other one.
And then you go down a rabbit hole. Yes. I know. Yes. I used to love watching infomercials too.
Okay.
Like there's nothing to it. There's a formula to it. And I don't know, I don't need the object, but I enjoyed watching infomercials. I enjoyed the fake, but wait, if you order now, we'll double the offer. Like, I don't know why I did, but I don't know. I loved it.
Did you also then have that CD subscription where for you two can only get like 4 or 5 CDs for like a penny if you got it through the paper filling?
I had way too many fucking subscriptions of those. Way too many.
I had that for a little while. I'm like,
and I didn't comprehend it. And my mom was like, no, the first few's a penny. Now you have to pay. And I was like, yeah. I was bamboozled, like.
But to this day, they still have it. Like I saw a commercial for Sam's Club. Really? Well, not the CD, but the concept of it. Where like the one that I saw that I was going, really, is I have already a membership with Sam's Club, and there was one of those where like you can sign up right now for only $15 for the year, and I'm going, hello, hi, remember us here? We have where's our benefit? Or when T-Mobile is like you too can get an entire brand new spanking new phone, the latest edition, the most expensive one for free when you sign up with no, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, I've been with you fuckers since you were voice stream. Where is my benefit?
Where's my free shit?
Where's my free? Yeah. But also I learned that those that are on the spectrum will watch/listen to things over and over and over again because they know the outcome and it eases our anxiety.
Yep. I learned that too.
And so, we're really good at recognizing patterns, which is also why I know who done it as soon as the credits start rolling.
Or you watch, you go, that's the bad guy right there.
Yep.
How do you know? Because I just know that's the bad guy.
Yep. I'm like, I know it's that. That's why sometimes I like watching Hallmark channels, like for on the holidays. Those are just like,
yes,
right?
It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing with the verticals. Yes. Yeah, you got it.
Exactly.
You got it.
I get it. So when I was like, yes, I will watch Pride and Prejudice 2005 version when I'm having a moment.
I've never watched it.
No.
I'm embarrassed. No, I did watch the one with zombies though.
Okay. I have not watched that one.
Yeah, there was like a Pride and Prejudice with zombies.
Yeah, I think when they did the Lincoln, they're like, well, let's go with Pride and Prejudice. I think they did Lincoln vampires and zombies for Pride and Prejudice. Okay,
I loved that movie too, and it's not the best, but it was so one of my favorites.
Yeah.
All right, guilty pleasure.
Yeah. But you definitely need to watch the Pride and Prejudice 2005. The cinematography and the music by itself is just so relaxing. And casting wise, it's just a really good job of it. And yes, I have a little crush on Mr. Matthew Macfadyen, but why wouldn't you back in the day? But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites that I love and things like that. And I recently, and I recently got the DVD collection of Anne of Green Gables from 1985. Did you ever watch those?
I did not watch those.
That's another one that's just wholesome, good storytelling, great acting. And now I realize why I love books and romance.
Yep.
When the spicy heroine doesn't take it and just hits the guy over with her slate board. Because he called her carrots, because he likes her.
Yep.
All the things. But yeah, all right. Yeah, again, we have our guilty pleasures and they vary, and it's all good things. And they're not bad. We can enjoy them, and that is that. Mm-hmm. I can continue talking to you about so many different things. But before we're like, when are we going to Zoom and do the watching of both Pride and Prejudice Zombies and the 2005? We need to schedule that. That would be fun.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us what you're currently working on, and that you can share what's coming up next, and also if you're going to any events that you're open to sharing.
Absolutely. I am currently working on a lit RPG. It'll be my very first one, so I'm excited about that. And events. I am going to, that doesn't count for you. Let's see. Black Romance Book Festival I'm going to, and I'm going to Villains and Vixens in Florida.
So you'll be here.
I will. Hey. But Villains and Vixens is in July. So
I know. It's where they can get it the least expensive. Yes. Yeah. There's a reason why a lot of conventions in Florida happen June, July, and August, because the locations are less expensive because no one wants to come.
Yeah. So I was like, I said that. I said, I can bring my children. And I was like, I don't want to deal with hot children.
Yeah. You don't want to deal with hot children that way, no.
Yeah, because I was like, after, and then we can go. And I was like, no, we'll schedule that for October or something.
Yeah, we've had a really crazy winter, so I'm hoping that doesn't mean that we're going to have a crazy, hotter than hell kind of thing here. But it's Florida.
Unpredictable.
Yes, very unpredictable. Very, very, very. Plus, I'm also very glad that the event is indoors.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so I will see you there. I will be there with Shiloh as her assistant.
Oh, yay! I love Shiloh.
He's great. So I'm excited. I wanted to go as a reader and stuff like that, but funds and
it's better to go as an assistant.
Yes. But I work it, so I'll make sure that y'all like. I literally carry like a baby bag of snacks and things that you guys need, like lozenges and mints and small waters and stuff. So it's one of those where I'm like, I just like to help, but I'm excited to be able to meet you in real life. That'd be fun. Yeah.
And we'll go to karaoke. Oh, maybe.
Ooh. Okay. So I will take that on and find out what we have that's near the events location and a karaoke, and figure that out, and maybe we'll do that if everybody's availability / schedules applies too, because
I dig it.
Okay, I'm writing it down, like no lie. Karaoke. I have a list of things that I want to do, like that are just like fun, and so I'm adding that, so it's officially on the list. So we're gonna do that. I'll figure that out.
Nice.
Yes, it'll be fun. Well, thank you so much for being here on the show. It's been so much fun talking to you.
I know. Time went by so fast.
It does. Thank you again. I will include all your social media information in the show notes and on the website. So if you guys are not following her on socials, you should. She has awesome videos that she does when she's recording.
You can.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah, but she's awesome. She's fun. You'll want to. Trust me. But yeah. So until next time, and again, thank you for being here. Happy listening.
Bye.
Thank you to all of our Audiobook Lovin Podcast Patreon. The Audiobook Lovin Podcast has special Patreon access levels. Join today to receive benefits including early access to episodes, special exclusive content, and much more. Support the podcast by becoming a Patreon at www.patreon.com/audiobookloving. We thank you for your support.
Thank you for joining us on the Audiobook Lovin Podcast, hosted by Viviana, Enchantress of Books. For links and more information discussed in today's episode, previous podcasts, or the Audiobook Lovin series, please visit our website, vivianaenchantressofbooks.com. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a positive review wherever you listen to our podcast. Until next time, happy listening.